We'll take a moment here to give everyone a chance to join. Welcome to Wednesday night live sessions. I'm going to pull up my page so I can see any comments or questions as we go along. And to begin tonight, we're going to really give a focus into the self-talk, or the way that we look at ourselves and the way that we talk about ourselves. So I'll go here and welcome. And I'm just looking to, all right, okay. So welcome to the Wednesday night live hypnosis sessions. I'm Heather Rodriguez, also known as Hypno Heather, and I'm here to guide everyone through a really beautiful, soft, gentle hypnosis tonight for negative self-talk. So what I'll do is I'll get into it a little bit, um, just about having an understanding about how the mind works and how we create perceptions of ourselves. And from there, I'll just do a brief little intro about like kind of what to expect as we go into the hypnosis portion of the group. And hello to everyone who's joining. I definitely love any comments, any questions as we go along. I'll keep checking into the comments under this video, so feel free and welcome. And what I like to do to begin is to take a moment to breathe. So right from the beginning, let's take a moment, maybe put your arms down, move your neck around. And I like to always close my eyes just to have that moment to connect to myself and get back to myself and let go of the day, or let go of the things that have been happening, or even just been thinking about for the day. So let's take that moment right now to take a couple of deep breaths. Sometimes it can be nice to go in through the nose and out through the mouth. Sometimes it's almost nice to have a little bit of a smile. And out. Even if the smile doesn't necessarily feel sincere, it's amazing what just taking a smile can do. And, you know, this is the opportunity that we have to really use our minds to create a more relaxed state and to de-stress. And when we're talking about de-stressing, we're really thinking about letting go, but also not being in a constant state of survival, not being in a constant state of fight or flight, not being in a constant state of fear. And so any hypnosis is going to allow this to happen. We don't need to say, okay, today we're going to focus on relaxation, because all hypnosis is creating that mental relaxation. And if you've ever truly experienced mental relaxation, you know that it's far more restful and far more healing and centering and grounding than like a distracted relaxation, or like a relaxation where your body might be laying down or maybe watching TV, but yet your mind is still going. So sometimes it can be a bit of a misconception to think that, or we might think that our mind has to be calm in order to relax it. But it's not really about the mind becoming, um, you know, empty. It's just about an understanding that we can relax the mind even as it thinks thoughts, because it's not really the thinking of the thoughts that is creating the problem. It's what we're thinking about the thinking of the thoughts that's creating the problem, or let's call the problem the stress, because we're just looking at it in a way of understanding how the mind works and understanding what our mind is doing and how we're participating in creating more pressure, more fear, more stress, and more impatience as a result. So that's what I would say will be the outcome of our session today in tonight, is that you'll notice yourself having more patience. You'll notice yourself feeling less rushed, feeling less pressure about all of the things that there are to do. And you'll notice yourself looking at how you're doing things and what you're getting done and what you're not getting done differently. If you're watching and you wish to comment, just pop in the comments for me, because we're really going to get into this idea of like how we talk to ourselves and how we think about these shoulds. And so if there's any kind of a should that you've been thinking about, that's been really weighing you down or stressing you out, feel free, throw it in the comments, because then I can integrate it into our session tonight. We're also going to, in the hypnosis session, create a deeper connection with happiness and what happiness is really like. So if anyone's been feeling depressed or been feeling really sad or been feeling in a slump or been feeling like you just can't get out of how you're feeling and you want to, need to, this is where we're going today. And this is something that, due to self isolation or isolation, or even just before all of this, there's still ways that we can struggle with darker emotions and heavier emotions. And then, especially if our thinking is creating a responsibility or a pressure on ourselves to be better, do more, do better, all of this. Okay. Yeah. So these ways that we should, often being a hypnotist, people will come to me and ask me to do these things. Heather, can you hypnotize me to be more productive? Or can you hypnotize me to like stick more to my routine? Or, can you hypnotize me to be more motivated? And all of these things are definitely outcomes that can come from hypnosis. It's just not the way that we think. It's just not the way that we think, because we somehow think that we need to be more productive than we are, without really realizing, the blocks and the beliefs, and also the expectations that we put on ourselves, that not only hinders productivity, it's also valuable in perhaps stopping us from just having an existence of getting things done and being on the ball and doing things, rather than, tuning in and relaxing and letting things happen in a more organic, good feeling way. Okay, great. Thanks for sharing, those of you that did. Um, yeah, definitely. Definitely. Elizabeth, we can all get blocked in our emotions when crying can help release. And we can really be hard on ourselves. This is definitely a major focus of our session today. So appreciate this, because this is actually how this came to me, really, because I have been hashtag self love since, I don't know, 2012. I know, you know, and as I keep learning, what it really means to love myself, I can see how the depth of critical perception of self goes. And this is really how it came up to me, because I can see how I just have a tendency to focus on what's not going right or what's not going well instead of what is going right or what is going well. And the ways that we could take that weight, and then this is what I really want to do for you guys today, is like help the weight of the should, the pressure, the responsibility that we put on ourselves, because it's not that something's stopping us from doing what we feel like we want to do. It's that we feel like we should be doing it. And then that just creates resistance. It's like then we just want to eat chips and watch Netflix, or, you know, really tune out. And 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 right, like, I get that. I've had some clients that feel like they've been working out. They should be working out like they were before too. And again, this is a really good point, because what we were in a routine of doing before, or what was working before, or what we were doing before is very different now. And so, what we're doing here is we're not saying that we can't have goals. I'm not saying you can't want to improve yourself. It's just that if we're improving ourselves because we're being critical of ourselves, then we're not letting things flow in the right way. We're not really understanding how the mind works and how life works, and how creating momentum and go and doing things is more about a feeling than it is about a thought. And our logical minds aren't really capable of creating change. Like, and they often fill us with old thinking patterns that are based around not being good enough, should be able to do better. Ooh, I let myself slide. I relaxed too much. I did too little. I should be doing more. I should have my kids be doing more. I gave them too much screen time. I didn't do this. I didn't do that. I could have done this better. I could have said this better. I shouldn't have said that. I shouldn't have done that. I mean, I could go on and on and on. It's just that all of that is just a way of thinking that we have learned that seems true. So, before we get into this session, I did say today that to bring your affirmations. So, I'll just go into affirmations briefly to talk about how we're going to do this. Because here's the thing: affirmations said in the subconscious state. So, hypnosis is a more receptive space to really allow new perceptions, new words, new ideas of life and love and money and health, of everything, to be accepted into our minds, excuse me, and to create a new everything. I know that a lot of people use affirmations, and affirmations are always going to keep teaching us how to move forward in our thinking, in terms of recognizing better ways of thinking about things. But often they're combated by the subconscious mind because the belief isn't there. So, what I would, if you don't already have an affirmation that you want to tell yourself, just think of something now, okay? Just think of something now, that you want to tell yourself ultimately. And also, don't stress, because if something might just come to you, like I like to just get my affirmations when I'm in hypnosis, and then I'm there and I see, oh man, babe, like you've been hard on yourself, or, I And we're not even saying, I love everything I did in the past, because we're not really having to actually be okay with it. It's more of like an understanding that everything as is love, is okay. So it just more of an affirmation is going to be something that you want to tell yourself in the first person. Like, I am giving myself more credit every day. That's mine. Or I am I'm letting myself relax during this time about the things that need to get done. Or I love myself without conditions. Or allow myself to feel my feelings as they come to me. It could be anything. It just, my suggestion would be to not make it an action. So, not make it something that you are um, having to do. Like, I work out every day, or I stick to my routine. Because again, the issue isn't really what we're doing or not doing, it's in the way that we're looking at it and feeling about it. So, the mind and emotion is always going to be the focus here on Wednesday Night Lives, because it's the narrative that we really need at this time. Because as we can see in the world, and things can change like that, and there's a lot in our world that we do not have control over. And you know, this is a really about creating inner peace. This is about you feeling better about yourself as you just hang out with yourself by yourself. Okay. And excellent. And so, as we're bringing these in, just again, really connecting to yourself. Like, I trust myself, or every day I trust myself more, or I allow myself to move forward even with the blocks that I have. Because sometimes we have this belief like, oh, we have to get rid of all of our blocks before we can do this or move forward. But then that's just creating a belief that we have to do that. Okay. So again, something might come to you, and it really will come to you at the moment. It might even just be you, and, being in your peace. Being in your peace with yourself is your affirmation. So we're going to get started right away, getting into the the session. So you can kick back, however, you could, like, if you're in a chair and you're comfortable, you could kind of, go like that. If you're in a couch or bed, lay down for sure. The thing about hypnosis is, like, even if you fell asleep, you would wake up. So say you were super deeply relaxed and you fell asleep, and the session ended and you woke up, that would be fine. You would wake up. You can get stuck in hypnosis, and you would never accept any suggestion that isn't beneficial for your highest good. um your mind will not necessarily turn off. Like, you might hear me at sometimes more than others. Your mind might drift off and think about other things. Sometimes people think about whether or not they're in hypnosis, but just knowing that you can't get it wrong. It's going to seem like a bit of a guided relaxation, but what's really going to happen here today is that we're going to allow your nervous system to settle. We're going to give you the opportunity to sit in this space of of deeper relaxation. And there's nothing that I could say that could affect you negatively, because again, you would only take in what is really right for you at this time. And I'm going to let you do it for yourself anyway. Like, I'm not trying to say a bunch of things to you because I don't your mind and your heart knows far more what you need than I do. So I'm going to just guide you to that place in yourself where you can relax, you can soften, and you can use the things that you would like to create for yourselves in the most productive mental space that exists, the subconscious mind. Okay, so let's begin by getting comfortable, however that feels for you. Okay, I invite you to close your eyes. And right from the beginning, focusing on your breath. If you're feeling a bit tense, like if you had a day or a week or a month, just kind of ease into it. Like maybe take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Knowing that right from the beginning, every breath that you take takes you deeper, relaxed. Here we go. This is just you starting to kind of settle in, letting your shoulders drop, knowing that every breath that you take takes you deeper and deeper. That's it. More and more comfortable, more and more relaxed. Good. Now, all sounds around you. So, any sounds that you hear there where you are, plus the sound of my voice, any signs from my side, will continue to deepen your relaxation. Sometimes people do like to imagine the breath like a wave of relaxation flowing all the way down into every cell, every muscle, every fiber of your being. There's nowhere that you have to go, knowing that every time that you go into hypnosis, you'll always go deeper than the time before. Each time accessing your perfect depth. Sometimes, some days, you're going to have a deeper space. Sometimes, some days, it's going to be less deep. Just really depends on what the mind needs, where the mind is at. But every time you're training it to go into that space. So, more and more comfortable, more and more relaxed. And taking a moment to just focus on your eyelids and let your eyelids become really nice and heavy. Let your eyelids become nice and heavy, nice and relaxed. In fact, just take a moment, let them be so relaxed. In fact, let them be so relaxed that they are comfortably stuck shut. And so it's like the more that you try to open them, the more that they just keep sticking closed. And then even when you really, really, really try, notice that you can't. And then just stop trying and go deeper, relaxed. If they did open, simply close them and go deeper, relaxed. The more you focus on my voice, the deeper you go, the deeper you go, the better you feel. The more you relax, the better you feel. The better you feel, the more you relax, the deeper you go. More and more comfortable, more and more relaxed. That's it. Really good now. Now, in a moment, I'm going to get you to open and close your eyes. And when you close your eyes, that'll be your signal to yourself to go even deeper relaxed. So, deeper and deeper relaxed. It'll be your signal to go even deeper relaxed. So, eyes open and down. Deeper, relaxed now. That's it. One more time, eyes open and down. Drifting twice as deep now. You give yourself permission to soften, to let go. Muscles continue to soften, lengthen, and loosen. Breathing easy. Already you might get a sense of drifting into a space within. And knowing that sometimes when people are going into hypnosis, their eyelids might flutter or they might feel like lighter or heavier. Sometimes they report like a tingling or numbing in the hands and feet. Just remembering that however you experience this is perfect for you and your experience. And you can give that permission to yourself to let go. Nothing to do, think, remember, solve. This is just you being, breathing, going deeper and deeper. Relax. That's it. Sometimes I do like to imagine that breath is that wave. And I like to translate it sometimes to an actual beach wave where you're at the shore. You imagine the water washing up onto the shore. And as it recedes, it takes away any tension. So really bringing in calm and releasing tension. You might like to imagine the wave coming in, bringing calm and releasing tension. So more and more comfortable, more and more relaxed. That wave might flow through you. We really do have all of the physical relaxation that we need here. And in a moment, I'll count down from 10 to 1. And every number that I count down will continue to take you deeper relaxed. So you're going to get a whole lot more time to soften into this. And just let go, even if you feel the urge to like get up and do something, or maybe you have a creative idea. That happens to me sometimes. Let it be. Give this time and space to yourself to soften, to let go, and to communicate with your deeper self. That part of you that knows that all is well and that you are enough as you are going deeper with each number now. 10, 9, 8, 7, deeper now. Sometimes with deeper hypnosis, there's a tendency to swallow more too. 6, 5, that's it. Just really coming inward. 4, When you feel your body from the inside instead of looking at it from a mirror, and you feel your face from the inside, your shoulders, your stomach, your body from the inside. 3, 2, that's it. You can feel, all of the stress and the energy coming from the extremities into the center, which will assist in the digestive process, bringing the air more into the belly, bringing the energy more into the grounded center, and taking some time to give yourself attention to the heart center and to the belly. Maybe you can feel tension in one of those or both of those areas. Maybe you're even just starting to notice tension that you've been carrying, and you're recognizing again from a very soft space. Yeah, I've been kind of tensing there. Then you will go even deeper now. 1. Staying with yourself in this space. If any discomfort or awareness of discomfort comes up, I really encourage everyone to sit with it, to allow it to exist as a part of being a human being and having a human experience, and let yourself soften into discomfort, or this realizing, oh, I haven't been taking very good care of my digestive system, or I haven't really been stretching out my shoulders like I like to, or like feels better when I do. Or maybe it's just you recognize that you've been a little bit on edge and haven't been really communicating with those people that are close to you or that you love um, very well. Maybe you're noticing that you have gotten a bit off track with your self love, and the way the things that you do that do help you feel more relaxed. But this is it. This is it. This is really the opportunity to just see it in a very soft way, without feeling that you're a failure, without feeling like you should have done better, you should have realized, better, da 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 da. Because the only thing that you should have been doing is working on your thinking about it, because there's nothing that you could have done differently, but also that not even that you needed to do differently. Awareness is the gift, and awareness comes in the moment. And when we have an awareness like, oh my God, I haven't been drinking enough water, or like I have been eating that one food or those foods that don't really agree with me, and I know it's been making me more sluggish. The tendency of the untrained mind is to think that that was bad, is to think that that was wrong, and is to go into that space of self loathing. And I'll be honest with you, it's ruining your life. It's ruining your life. It's ruining your capacity to feel joy and to just be happy sometimes, and to be enough, and even move forward. Because if we have the awareness, say I have the awareness, oh my gosh, I'm so dehydrated, like look at my face. um, the point of the awareness isn't to start to beat myself up, look back in time, look at all the factors that stopped me from drinking water or what I did or didn't do, on the change of this and the change of that. It's simply to just go, okay, now I'm going to drink water. Right, I need more water. I'm drinking more water now. And that's with everything. Oh, I shouldn't have been eating like I have been. No, it's just if you have a moment where you recognize that there are some things that you are doing that don't cause you to feel as good, then you just simply recognize it. Right. That doesn't really make me feel good. You don't even have to go, oh my gosh, tomorrow I'm going to start not eating that. It's not like that. It's just you recognize in your mind that that's been ineffective or unhelpful for you in whatever ways it has been. Okay. So now I'm going to let you just soften, just keep relaxing. And if you are in that space, you can let my words just be absorbed. Okay. Think of your mind like a sponge, and then the things that I'm saying that resonate with you, just absorb it like water. And I'm really here to tell you that you don't have to uh be having these expectations on yourself. It's more understanding that the way that you're thinking about things is causing you suffering. You know, seeing things about yourself, about what you should be doing and how you should do it. Keep breathing. Keep being willing to smile despite of what's going right or wrong, you know, to smile because there's got to be some things that you did okay. And you know, and the thing is, even okay or not okay or good or bad is still a judgment based on faulty thinking, because you can't see the outcome. You can't see how being more relaxed is going to bring more balance into your body, and have to exercise less or be less disciplined because your hormones are more in balance. You can't see that, you know, maybe you can't see the good, what is going right, like how you're in a relationship or a friendship with someone that actually cares about you, or that you are good at adapting, or that you are, you know, really connecting more with yourself during this COVID-19, or that you are managing your home life and the changes really well. Because we could focus on ways that you haven't, and we can focus on ways that you have. And all that they're doing, the mind doesn't know which is good or bad or right or wrong or helpful or successful or unsuccessful or unhelpful. So all that you're doing is moving your focus, and focus about of how good a parent you are actually, and how much you actually do care, and how you are enough, and how much you really care, and how much you are um trying, and how much you are caring and compassionate, and really doing the best. Because even if your mind will start to try to convince you that it's not good enough, it's not true. And this is the real key. Just trust yourself more, that there's things that you do and ways that you do them that you don't know, and you couldn't have done better because you didn't even know till you did them. And sometimes you do them over and over and over again, and it's not because you know better and you should be able to, it's because you don't know. And that's okay, because you're connecting more to your mind and more to your feeling, listening to your heart, finding the light, finding the love. And don't let yourself keep trash talking yourself. Just be calm, you know, just keep breathing, babe. Keep coming back to the focus, back to the light, back to the flow. Take a nice deep breath here. Feel the space that you're creating for yourself. And bring in your affirmation. This is the time. Bring in your affirmation and mean it. And if something just comes to you now, like what you really need to say to yourself, don't feel like you have to have like a super creative, great affirmation. Who cares? This is you speaking to yourself. What do you need to hear? And say it. Say it. Breathe. And keep saying it over and over. So, like, it's like you're telling yourself this so that it becomes true. And then, as you're doing this, I'm going to say some affirmations because even if you're not paying attention to me, your subconscious mind will take in what I'm saying. I love myself without conditions. I love myself without conditions. I love myself without conditions. I am enough. I am enough. I am always enough. I've always been enough. I will continue to be enough. I can relax and enjoy things more. I can relax and enjoy the people in my life more. I can relax and let go more. I can relax and let my body breathe and rest and heal. I am enough. I am willing to be one with myself and treat myself well. I speak to myself better every day. I find the positive in what I'm doing, and I allow myself to see things that I could do better and could change without putting pressure on myself to have to change it. Say your affirmation to yourself one more time. Then take a deep breath and feel the space that you've created for yourself tonight. In a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. And at 3, you'll be back in the room, eyes open, relaxed, awake, and aware. As a result of this deep hypnotic rest, you will find yourself feeling more at ease, less in the stress state, more in the relaxed state. And when you start to come out of the relaxed state, you'll notice. And you'll easily be able to come back to yourself, back to your breath, back to your affirmation if it suits you, and relax, smile, come back to the light. So, one, just starting to let a little bit of movement come back into your body. 2, coming back, bringing your awareness back. And 3, eyes open, back in the room, relaxed, awake, and aware. Great work, everyone. This could probably be the focus of every session. And to me, in a lot of ways, every session has a focus of this. Every session has a focus of bringing the person back to the self because, but not to the self of like the thinking self, to the being self, to that part of us that just is here to experience life. And this affirmation came to me um, when I was writing this for today. And it goes, today life gives me everything that I need to be happy. And when we're thinking about happiness, thinking about happiness in a more true sense of like a happy life is a string of happy moments that we're not, the goal isn't happiness, the goal is to relax and enjoy. And then we have moments of feeling happy. And I really like this because we do tend to build up a lot of pressure on ourselves of what we need to do to be happy. But this affirmation is really nice. Today, life gives me everything I need to be happy. It's just, we got to see it, because we could say, today, life gives me everything I need to be unhappy. And we could think about all the things that make us unhappy. So feel free to just post in the comments. I'm going to go here right away, but just feel free to make a post to how you felt or what that was like for you, or if you got any insight or awareness. And even if we're already done the call, you can already also post any questions, because I'll come back to the thread and answer any questions. I would like to thank you from the bottom of my heart for joining, because I have really felt called to show up in this way and to offer what I have to bring to the world. And, to really keep being that reminder that the ability that we have to be all right, to be more at peace, to be more relaxed, is always available to us. And having that relationship with ourselves and our minds will just continue to create more happiness. So keep focusing on the good, focus on what you did good, then how you parented good, on how you adapted great, on how you um, have become aware of things that you could do for yourself that would feel better. Not because you did bad or you need to do different, but because you have awareness and you're awesome. And now you can choose to do it or not, but just let yourself play around with it a little more. Just feel it out a little more. Maybe you don't even want to do the thing you've been trying to do, you know? So I'm going to leave it at that. Let's keep focusing on what you're doing right. Today, life gives me everything I need to be happy. Thank you so much again, everyone, for joining. I'll be back next Wednesday night at 8 p.m. again. And I look forward to having you on the call. And if um, you do have something, because I've been letting each one have a theme. So if you are struggling with something or you want something to focus for me to focus on, shoot me a message or drop it in the comments. Hi, awesome. It's just great to see everyone. I'm just so thrilled to have you all on the call and to check me out and to keep being your awesome selves, and just keep remembering that you've really got everything that you need within you. So, namaste and hasta la próxima. Great. Have a wonderful night, everyone. And just allow this to keep resonating with you as you move through your time. Allow what we did today to just keep moving through you. It's just great to see everyone on the call. And ciao for now.